Hey, what's up everybody? It's me, Spartan, and in this video, I'm going to talk about the two most highly speculated races in the game that are used competitively in a multiplayer for the most part. People do use other races, but these are the most commonly you see these most commonly, excuse me. But anyway, yeah, Earthlings became much more common than Saiyans are now because they're simply much more overpowered than the Saiyans are for many reasons. Now, some people may agree with me, some people may disagree with me. This is my opinion, but it's a well-supported and backed-up opinion, so just hear me out. And if you don't like it, then, you know, whatever, that's not my problem, but... Alright, so let's get into this. Alright, so, male Saiyans, what they have on male Earthlings. Male Saiyans have hit priority. Male Saiyans have slightly higher damage in their combos for the most part, I guess. Except for the male Earthling YXY that does way too much fucking damage. Of course, the male Saiyan YXY does do more damage, but it's about 3 times slower. And, yeah, the male Earthling comp, the YXY is just a lot, you know, it's just a lot quicker. You can combo with it a lot more. It's basically, you know, something that I would say is better. It's a better combo, the male Earthling YXY than the male Saiyan YXY. Simply because it has a higher DPS, and if you really want to be a scumbag, you can legit just do YXY for the Earthlings over and over again and kill someone in 10 seconds. But also, we'll move on to movement. So, who has better movement, Saiyans or Earthlings? I'm gonna say this right now, and you should already know is Earthlings have way better like they move. Well, I'm not gonna say they have better movement, but I'm just gonna say they can move a lot quicker in terms of canceling the fuck out of their combos. Male Earthlings can cancel out of damn near anything just by pressing Y. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this right now: the male Saiyan YXY and the male Earthling YXY. Male Earthlings have better YXY. The male Saiyan XY cancel versus the male Earthling XY cancel. The male Saiyan XY cancel slower than the male Earthling XY cancel. And the male Earthling XY cancel has a lot more hit priority than the Saiyan XY cancel has. That up kick that the Earthlings do, that shit hits behind them. If you go behind the Earthling and they're doing XY, you're gonna get kicked into the air for about, you know, the good 5 seconds you're stuck up there when you get XY'd. And not to mention the unvanishable guard break the Earthlings can do when they XY and charge Y. They can legit just do the whole game, you know, pretty much kill you real quick if you're not smart enough to dodge it. Damn near every time they try to do it. So we're gonna now move on to stamina breaks. Male Saiyans have 1 guaranteed stamina break in the beginning of their combo, and 1 stamina break that sometimes hits and sometimes drops when you at the beginning of their YXY. And they have 1 unvanishable combo that most of the time drops in their at the end of their YXY, just like the male Earthlings do, except the male Earthling YXY stamina break never drops. It hits 100% of the time, even with lag. Earthlings have about, I have to say, 7 stamina breaks that I'm aware of, and that's fucking ridiculous. They have more stamina breaks, and they have more light stamina breaks than they have heavy stamina breaks, and if that wasn't already a problem enough, how many goddamn stamina breaks these motherfuckers have. Any part of their combo has a stamina break. And that is not okay, because the Saiyans, in order to get a stamina break, you have to go for a YXY stamina break for the unvanishable at the end of the YXY combo if you're dashing at them, or the beginning of the YXY combo that tends to drop. And both of these stamina breaks tend to drop. They're never guaranteed, depending on the lag especially. If the connection's pretty good, you're probably going to get it most of the time, but if the connection is mediocre or anything less, it's never going to land. Earthlings have so many guaranteed stamina breaks, it's ridiculous. Especially that fucking charge Y, that's unvanishable. That one's fucking ridiculous. They have, when they flash step at you, well, I'm just gonna call it a flash step, that's not the actual term for it, that's just what the tryhards call it. So I'm gonna say flash step, or for lack of better terms, I'm just gonna call it the technical term, a step vanish. When people step vanish and press X to dash at you, the male Earthlings can immediately move into a YXY stamina break. So if you're low on stamina, you're fucked right away. And the male Saiyans only have that 100% guaranteed stamina break combo that you can only do if you get them in the beginning of your combo. But you can't be doing this step vanishing, otherwise you're not going to get them with that. So, yeah, I'm just going to say, right now, male Earthlings definitely have an OP edge on pretty much every race. They're the I'm going to tell you right now, they are the most cancerous of all races. They're more cancerous than the Mechians, they're more cancerous than male Majins, and they're sure as hell more cancerous than Saiyans could ever dream to be. Sure, Saiyans take more skill to use, that's a fact. Earthlings are actually believe it or not, don't kill me for saying this if you're an Earthling user, but Earthlings are designed by Bandai to be the easiest race to use and the easiest to learn. Also, the reason why they are in the middle of the character creation screen in the beginning of the game, because you know, the Earthlings are in the middle, and they're the most balanced of all, supposedly the most balanced, even though they're really the most overpowered. But they're supposed to be balanced, so they're good at everything. So if the game worked like Bandai wanted it to be, Earthlings should be not too good, not too bad, and they should be easy to combo with to make it the easiest race in the game to use, so you can learn how to work the game before you pick a different race to use. I'm gonna tell you right now, by far the hardest race to use is definitely the Frieza race, because they have no really good cancels. They have one XY cancel that only works sometimes. It is pretty fast, but it only works sometimes. But back on the topic, Earthlings are by Bandai's design to be the most easy race to use in the game. So don't get offended. I'm not really going to tell you all the reasons why Bandai intended this. You should be able to see why they're the easiest race to use in the game on multiple counts. So if you're competitive with an Earthling and you get offended by this, I don't know what to tell you. I wasn't trying to offend you, but you want to take it to offense, that's your problem, not mine. I don't got time for that. Anyway, so if you're using an Earthling or you're using a Saiyan, you're probably going to find the Earthling much easier to use, as I know I sure as hell did, because when I started using this game, I started with a Saiyan, and I moved on to an Earthling just to see see how Earthlings were. And I had to say, I almost threw up from the cancer, I won't lie. Saiyans are definitely not overpowered by any means. They just have hit priority, but then again, you could just pick a Namekian or a male Majin. They have more hit priority than Saiyans, so if you want to complain that, oh, Saiyans have so much hit priority, well, go pick a fucking Earthling, or go pick a fucking, go pick a fucking Namekian, go pick a fucking male Majin. I mean, Earthlings definitely have priority up the ass, too. It's just their XY, not their X, oh yeah, their XY definitely has all that priority, but more than Saiyans do. But their Flash Step definitely has less priority than the Saiyans do, but that's just it's the Dash X. What are you gonna do? That's not really much to complain about. So, long story short, Earthlings are more overpowered than Saiyans. Saiyans take more skill to use. Saiyans are harder to use, and that's it. I'll see you guys later.